Hey there everyone, this is Joe in General, your resident reason and evidence enthusiast. This is your weekly Bitcoin price analysis update. It is Wednesday the 7th of June 2017. A couple of quick things before we proceed. One, I've had over 100 new subscribers in the last 24 hours since doing this video on a cryptocurrency called Scenario AMP. Check that one out. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome to your very first weekly Bitcoin price analysis as a subscriber. Secondly, I received a nice little package in the mail today, and it is a Trezor wallet. If you're not familiar with cold storage or offline wallets, hardware wallets, do your own research on that. But I did receive this in the mail. I'm going to move a significant portion of my cryptocurrencies, the ones at least that Trezor will hold, onto the Trezor, not putting all my eggs in one basket. I will, have a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit in a few different places, spread the risk, but significant portion here on the Trezor, and I'll keep that in a, very safe place, only known to me. So I will do that in the next couple of days. And I'll let you guys know if there was any issues or any, if it was an easy process, etc. So I'll try and keep you updated on that. Do your own research on the Trezor wallet or wallets just like it. So last week, the video was entitled 4083 I Do See. And we'll talk about that in a second, whether I think that is still a valid price. But we were hovering around about $2,230 using the bitcoinwisdom.com website. It's the Bitstamp exchange and it's priced in US dollars. And we had come off the high of 2760. We dropped all the way down to 1850, and then we're hovering around about this price. And I was saying, look, probably won't or possibly not break through, straight away through this upper end of the trend channels around about your 2,500 price, I think it was. We may come up here, then bounce around a bit, player possibly even come down here a little bit further, maybe test here, and then eventually make our way higher. And I was also talking about the likelihood, the quite likelihood of eventually testing the bottom end of this trend channel at some point. But I've got an update on that too. But this is where the price is now, and you guys already know. It's not like you haven't been checking the price in between my videos, not checking the price, that is. But we've topped out at 2,933. This is on the 3-day time chart. And we've certainly broken through now this top end of the trend channel. This is one that I put in using the bitcoinwisdom.com website. And it was based on the distance between this line here and this line here, and trying to match that distance between there and there as closely as I could between here and here. Let's see if that had any sort of major hits. Let's go into the 2-hour time frame. And we can see that we came up to here, it kind of hit it exactly. Now, I'm not going to call this, wow, my God, this is amazing prediction. But it did hit here and come back down a little bit down, come over that price. And it did sort of have a little bit of a support test here as well. So it's not perfect, but it was, it was pretty close, or close enough for jazz. And since we have risen, as I said, up to 29.33, had about a $250 sell-off, which on this chart looks like nothing now. $250. That's nothing. But that did pierce below the old high of 2760 here. So we have had a retest of this old high, and actually a little bit of a drop below. If we are heading down from here, of course, we've got this trend channel here line. You're probably looking at around about, again, the $2,500 level if we're going to break through here. Probably test this, maybe bounce off, possibly a little bit below. But this bottom end of the trend channel now, based on this newer and better information, I'm giving it probably a 20% chance that we will see a test of the bottom end of this trend channel now. It's a lot less than what I thought it was going to be, particularly as of last week, because I didn't think we'd come up and test this 2760 so quickly, but I was wrong. So now like a 20% chance. It should probably be even lower, but I'm going to hedge my bets and say around about a 20% chance now. And the higher this price goes before a major correction, the less likely this is going to become. So moving up from here, is that 4083 level still valid? Yes, I think it is. And that was based on the old high of 1163 and the low of 152.40, and it was the 1.618 Fibonacci calculation, and it came in at exactly 4083. You can call that somewhere between 4000 to 4100. It could be a little bit below 4,000, 39 something, but it's not an exact science, but around about that kind of price. I'm going to say, between 4,000 to 4,100. Or a little bit above that. Wow, really hedging my bets today. Now, you did have this high here. Let me punch that in. The high of 2760 and that low of 1850. There's another YouTuber that I follow quite regularly, and he was suggesting that the 1.618 level, I think, was about 3,500, might be the next major point, but I reckon it's going to be based on the old high here of 1163 and the 152.40. Could be wrong, of course. Do your own research. But the other reason that I think that 4083 mark is going to come into play is because of where the next trend line here, when you do the calculation of the distance between here and here and you put it up to here, well, I used a very sophisticated technique. Let me put this onto the max setting. Hopefully this works. I use a really sophisticated piece of calculation technology to figure out where that point would be. And that sophisticated calculation technology was a piece of paper and a pen. So not fantastic stuff, but it's pretty approximate. I did the exact same thing to get this trend line here. So I just took a piece of paper and I put the bottom end of the piece of paper, rested it against this line here, and this line here, and then I put a pen mark in where this trend channel came to on the piece of paper, and then I just lifted up or moved it up to rest the bottom end of the piece of paper here, and then wherever that pen mark was, that's where I put in my little line. And it happened to come to around about your 4,000, between 4,000 and 4,100 level. So if I put that in here now, with this bitcoinwisdom.com website on the max setting, you'll see it may jump up and down a little bit. It's just this stupid thing that this website does. But if I do, that's close enough, I guess, to 4,083. Let's say 4,000. Let's just call it 4,066. That'll do. And then I'll pop in that and do that as straight as I can. Now that's not going to be perfect, but you can see the distance is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not going to be perfect, the same distance between here, here, and here, and here. But if you were to go to bitcoinwisdom.com and draw in your own trend lines and do that, you may find you get a similar calculation. So what could happen is because we busted all the way through from this low here of the 1350 or that old high, we've pretty much just busted straight through here, straight through this trend channel here, and we may be on our way all the way up to here, and that does happen to again coincide with the 4083 calculation of the high and the low here. So I've talked about where we could possibly go down to, a little bit of a retracement. I do still think 4083, roughly between 4,100, is the next up target. Remains to be seen, and a much less likelihood now of visiting the bottom end of this trend channel. That is still also to remain to be seen though. So thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment, etc. I want to know your thoughts. Give me some ideas for any cryptos that you would like to see me do. I can't respond to everyone's requests because I'm getting a lot of subscribers now, and I'm getting lots of requests. Oh, can you do this one? Can you do that one? I'll do my best, to do ones that I find interesting as well. And also in the next couple of days, I will be doing how to make your own exponential Fibonacci calculator that I've shown in a number of my videos. So stick around for that one too. Again, hit the subscribe button. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, stay informed. Speak soon.